Welcome to Fett's Legacy, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about The Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 9, the future of The Bad Batch considering what just happened and how they lost the Marauder, and we're going to be talking about Sid and her motivations, if she should be trusted, and what could happen in the future considering she's not really helping them, even though they put themselves on the line to rescue her from Malegi earlier on in the season. So guys, before we get into that, I just want to say a quick thank you for all the support. Hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. But guys, let's get straight into the video. So, episode 9 of season 2 of The Bad Batch, we do see the Bad Batch going to a mine to retrieve some Ipsium for Sid. And so she sent them there to go into this mine that she bought, and they end up retrieving some. And, you know, one thing leads to another. The Marauder gets stolen by this mysterious figure. We don't know exactly who he is, but by looking at his hands, we can tell that it looks like he's human. So, you know, my first thought when I saw him was it kind of looks like Hondo, and I was really hoping that it would be Hondo. I feel like Hondo would be a great addition to the Bad Batch, and I feel like that would be a really great character to kind of introduce and have some more content for, and that's kind of who I thought it was just based off his look, but it looks like he is human, so not exactly sure who he is. We'll probably find that out next episode. Probably when they go back after the Marauder, and we'll see what happens with that. And so because we're not sure exactly who it was, I can't really do too many speculations. It could really be anyone, but honestly, it could be an inside job. It could be Sid maybe hired someone to take the Marauder from them, or it could even be Malegi coming back for revenge, considering what happened earlier on in the season. But we're not totally sure. It could even just be someone that lives on the planet, a poacher that they did mention. The planet does look pretty much abandoned. We do see at the end when they go to the settlement that it looks almost totally abandoned. And yeah, it was a really cool setting and a really cool planet. It was just, the episode kind of felt a little bit like filler. It was more of a character development episode. We see Echo and Omega kind of talking about how they express their feelings. We learn that Tech, you know, isn't really good at expressing his feelings, but he is feeling the loss of Echo as well, and we obviously see that Omega is really feeling the loss of Echo right now. And I do have to say, just personally, that the squad does feel a little bit weird and like lopsided and kind of off without Echo right now, because we've been used to them having Echo for both seasons now, and now he's just gone. It does feel a little bit weird, like they're missing someone, so we'll probably have to get used to that, or maybe they'll find a new person to add to the roster, to the Bad Batch, and that would be really cool. Now, one theory that I did have, what if they ended up finding Boba Fett, and because Boba Fett would be around the same age as Omega, what if he ran around with the Bad Batch for a little bit, and just kind of learned some stuff from them and worked with them? Obviously worked with Omega, who he might consider his sister. I know he obviously doesn't really like other clones, considering that, you know, he considers them abominations and they're not like him or his father, as he is an altered clone. So I'm not sure exactly what he would think of the Bad Batch, but it might be cool to see him run around with them for a little bit and work on some jobs and maybe gain some different experiences and obviously build that relationship with Omega. Now, that's just one little theory. I'm not sure if that's exactly how it's going to go down, and I doubt it will go down like that, but I just feel like, you know, there's kind of a hole in the Bad Batch right now, and somehow I feel like they should fill it because it does feel a little bit off. Maybe we'll get used to it in time. Now, I also wanted to talk about, do I think the Bad Batch will get back the Marauder, or will they lose it completely and have to find a new home or new ship, basically? Now, I do think that the Marauder is, you know, a pretty cool ship, and it's definitely what they've been using for this whole time. I could definitely see them maybe never getting it back. You know, maybe Omega has to learn to cope with this and learn that, you know, things change and you can't always get what you want. You can't always get things to stay the same, and maybe they'll have to find a new ship. And this might actually be better for them because the Marauder is great and it is cool, but, you know, it is pretty widely recognized and it would be easy for the Empire to spot the Marauder. So I do think that maybe they will be getting a new ship, kind of like how Mando in Season 2 lost his ship and obviously got a new one in the Book of Boba Fett. Now, they could end up just getting off the planet and going and finding their ship again. I'm not sure if they have a tracker on it maybe or something. That would be pretty cool, and go see them track it down and see who is really behind them stealing it. I would like to know. I don't really have any ideas as of right now, besides Malegi or Sid. I'm not sure exactly why Sid would do that, but we can already tell that she's not one to be trusted, because we did see earlier on in the season, I think it was episode 4, where the Bad Batch literally put themselves on the line, especially Tech, to rescue Sid from Malegi and get her back. And Malegi told them that, you know, it's good that they're loyal, but it doesn't go both ways. And we're now seeing that as they're stranded on this planet. They're calling Sid for help, as she's the one who sent them there, and she is not willing to get them help. She said a couple of days, but honestly, if she's the one who organized this whole thing, then it would make sense that she's not willing to rescue them or help them off the planet. And especially because she's the one who sent them there, she should be willing to help them get off the planet, but she's not. She's saying, give me a couple days. After they pushed and pushed, she wasn't even willing to do anything at first. So it looks like Sid is definitely not one to be trusted. And honestly, I've never really liked Sid. I find her kind of annoying, and she hasn't really been my favorite character, and she's obviously meant to be written this way, and I think that maybe Sid could turn into a foe for the Bad Batch in the future, and maybe she's even working with the Empire at this point. We're not sure. Maybe she's even under Imperial lockdown and is doing this to save her own skin. You know, maybe she got caught up by the Empire. They came into her establishment and she's just trying to protect herself or protect them, and we're not exactly sure where this is going. We'll definitely see in the next episode coming in the next couple days, which I am pretty excited for. This season is starting to pick up a little bit. Obviously, episode 7 and 8 were absolutely incredible with Palpatine and Rex and all of that stuff going on. So I'm definitely excited for the future of this season. We've seen some really great episodes. We've seen some lackluster episodes, kind of filler. This one was a little bit more filler, but obviously there was a few big moments, mostly the character development and the loss of the Marauder. So we'll definitely see where this goes from here. I am excited for the future of the show. I'm really hoping that we do see Boba Fett, and hopefully we get to see Cody and Rex again at some point, hopefully interacting with each other. I do think that is necessary for the season. I would really love to see that, and I feel like it'd be a waste of potential to have them both in the show and not interact with each other. I feel like the fans would really like that. And I also want to see a little bit more of Crosshair. We haven't seen Crosshair in a few episodes now, and we don't really know what he's up to, so I'd like to see what he's doing with the Empire. Maybe he's chasing down Cody. Maybe he's back after the Bad Batch. I'm not really sure. How does he feel about the clones kind of being phased out? I would definitely like to see that. And let me know what you guys would like to see in the future of the Bad Batch Season 2. Are you looking forward to the next couple episodes, or do you think the show is kind of boring and not really doing it for you? Anyway, guys, please let me know down in the comment section below what you think, and I'll see you guys next time.